Shedim are spirits or demons in the Tanakh and Jewish mythology. Shedim do not, however, correspond exactly to the modern conception of demons as evil entities as originated in Christianity. While evil spirits were thought to cause maladies, Shedim differed conceptually from evil spirits. Shedim were not considered evil demigods, but the gods of foreigners. Further, they were envisaged as evil only in the sense that they were not God. They appear only twice, and in both instances in the plural, in the Tanakh, at Psalm and Deuteronomy 32 verse 17. In both instances, the text deals with child sacrifice or animal sacrifice. With the translation of Hebrew texts into Greek, under the influence of Zoroastrian dualism, Shedim was translated into Greek as daimonia with implicit connotations of negativity. Later, in Judeo-Islamic culture, Shedim became the Hebrew word for the jinn, conveying the morally ambivalent attitude of these beings. According to one legend, the Shedim are the descendants of serpents, or of demons in serpent form, in allusion to the story of the serpent in Eden, as related in Genesis. A second view is that they are the offspring of Lilith from her union with Adam or other men, while a third says that God created them on the sixth day, starting to fashion their bodies but failing to complete the work because he was obliged to rest on the Sabbath. Even after the Sabbath, he left them as they were, in order to show that, when the Sabbath comes, all work still unfinished at the beginning of the Sabbath must afterward be viewed as complete. As a result, the Shedim have souls like those of humans, but lack the bodies to contain them. Yet a fourth conception was that the Shedim had their origins among the builders of the Tower of Babel, these being divided by their motivations into three groups, of which the third and worst comprised those who sought actively to wage war against God and were punished for their sacrilegious hubris by transformation into the Shedim. Finally, the Zohar describes them as offspring of the demons Azazel and Ne'emah. The Talmud describes the Shedim as possessing some traits of angels, and some traits of humans. The sages taught, 6 statements were said with regard to demons. In 3 ways they are like ministering angels, and in 3 ways they are like humans. The Baraita specifies, in 3 ways they are like ministering angels, they have wings like ministering angels, and they fly from one end of the world to the other like ministering angels, and they know what will be in the future like ministering angels. Babylonian Talmud Haggadah. According to Rashi, Shedim, like Lil-Lin but unlike Ruchos, have human form, although no human body. They eat and drink as humans do. They can cause sickness and misfortune, follow the dead and fly around graves. The Shedim are not always seen as malicious creatures, they can be helpful. Some are said to be even able to live according to the Torah, like Asmodeus. In early Midrashim, Shedim are corporeal beings. They take the form of men, but have no shadow. Sometimes they are black goat-like beings. If a man could see them, he would lack the strength to face them, although he can see them by throwing the ashes of the fetus of a black cat around his eyes, or by scattering ashes around his bed. He can trace their footprints similar to those of roosters in the morning. Shedim can shapeshift, sometimes assuming a human form, the Talmud telling how Asmodeus assumed King Solomon's form and ruled in his place. For a time, Asmodeus impersonates King Solomon after Solomon got Asmodeus's help constructing the temple. Another legend depicts Asmodeus throwing King Solomon over 400 leagues away from the capital by putting one wing on the ground and the other stretched skyward. He then changed places for some years with King Solomon. When King Solomon returned, Asmodeus fled from his wrath. Similar legends can be found in Islamic lore. Asmodeus was just one of several demons who Solomon captured in the Testament, using a sacred ring that the angel Michael had procured for him from heaven. In the Zohar it says that the Shekinah hid Esther from Ahasuerus and gave him a she-devil instead while she returned to Mordecai's arms. This is why a man must speak with his wife before he mates with her, because she might have been exchanged with a female demon. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe.